Hi, Andrew here again. I was asked the other day, what is the minimum age I can take my pension? What is the earliest I can take my pension? And actually it's a question I'm asked fairly regularly. And like a lot of the answers I've put on these videos, it does depend. In the world of financial regulation, there's so many different caveats. It's not black and white, so they're often it depends answers. But let me explain. I think a lot of people have it in mind that the state pension age is 66 or 67, whatever it is for them, and that is when they can retire or access their pension. But that's just the state pension. You hopefully will have your own built up pension benefits, either private pensions, personal pensions that you have, either through your work or you've saved yourself in something like a SIP, or you're a member of a scheme pension, a final salary or a defined benefit scheme. And they will have different retirement ages. So if I start with the private pensions or personal pensions, under the current rules, the minimum pension age, normal minimum pension age, is 55. Now that is actually increasing to 57 from the 6th of April 2028. But there's a few things to say on that. Firstly, there will be some protections for certain classes of people to maintain that minimum 55 pension age. Firefighters, police service professionals, anyone in the what's known as the uniformed services will have a degree of protection. If it was written in the scheme rules that you can take it from 55, you're also likely to be able to have some degree of protection. So check with the company that's managing your pension. Also, there are certain lifestyle occasions where you might be able to access your pension before 55. If you are in serious ill health and you have less than 12 months to live, you can access your pension sooner. Also is the case if you're in ill health, not that it's got a adverse or a serious terminal illness, but you're just unable to carry out your occupation, you can then apply to have your benefits start sooner if it's right for you. There's also certain other occupations like professional footballers who can also have an earlier retirement benefit, start their pension sooner, because if you retire in your 30s, it's a long time to wait if you need to access your pension. So that's the personal pension side of things. I also mentioned defined benefit or final salary schemes, they're also known. Now these types of pensions will have a normal retirement age written into the scheme rules. Often that'll be 65, maybe 66, or it might be linked to state pension age. And that is when, in normal circumstances, even if you'd stop working for the company, the pension will come into payment. However, it is possible to ask the trustees, the administrators of the schemes, to start the pension benefits if you've retired and you need an income. And what will happen in that circumstance is they will actuarially reduce the starting income for you depending on how many years early you're starting it. Because what wouldn't be right on the rest of the members of the scheme is if you had a particular income starting at 65 but you wanted to retire at say 60 and have that same level of income. What they'll do is reduce it to acknowledge the fact that you'll be in receipt of that income sooner. So I hope that covers it all for you. In a quick summary, the normal minimum pension age at the moment is 55. There's some situations, scenarios where you can access it sooner. That pension age, minimum pension age, will be increasing to 57 from 6th of April 2028. And if you're a member of a final salary or defined benefit scheme, you might have a particular age at which the pension will normally start, but it's highly likely that you could start it sooner with a reduced income. If you've got any questions, let me know.